so strong enough.
Last week I posted this reel on my Instagram and आप लोग का इतना अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स देख के today I've decided to show you guys how I made this video. It has more than 1.5 lakh views in the last week. In this tutorial I'll be showing you guys all the effects that I've used in the reel, which is probably why it blew up. If you don't already know me, I am the Two-Faced on Instagram and I make cool videos and photos and stuff. My video was completely shot and edited using a DSLR and Premiere Pro, but today I'll be showing how you can make these effects complete shooting and editing on a phone. So to start, the video begins with me zooming in on the subject. If you'll notice, this is not a normal zoom. It is something we call as a vertigo or a dolly zoom. It's a really subtle effect that you can add to your videos to really give them depth. This effect is possible on both phone and DSLR and actually any camera which has a zoom feature. So let's discuss how you can shoot this on your phone as well as on a camera. So the vertigo effect is essentially created when you or the cameraman moves towards the subject while zooming out the lens, or alternatively you as the cameraman moving away from the subject while the lens zooms in. Now I don't have my friend here today as the subject, so we'll be using my bike to make some dolly effects so that you can follow along. तो वर्टिगो इफेक्ट शूट करने के होते हैं दो तरीके. एक इज़ कि आप यहीं पे शूट करते टाइम लेंस जूम इन जूम आउट करो, या तो फिर आप ये एडिटिंग के टाइम एडिटिंग एप्स में भी कर सकते हैं. आई विल बी जूमिंग इन एंड आउट द लेंस राइट नाउ सो दैट यू कैन सी हाउ इट लुक्स रॉ. राइट नाउ आई हैव माय लेंस फुल्ली zoomed in and I'll move forward while zooming out the lens. लोग यूजुअली वर्टिगो इफेक्ट शूट करने के लिए गिम्बल्स यूज़ करते हैं बिकॉज स्टेबिलिटी इज़ अ की फैक्टर while making vertigo effects. Because I don't have a gimbal, I'll be stabilizing this footage in Premiere Pro. Now because the zooming in and zooming out of a phone are not as smooth as a DSLR lens, I'll suggest you get a gimbal or some way to get a stable video. आप सिर्फ सब्जेक्ट की तरफ वॉकिंग करते हुए एक स्टेबल वीडियो ले लीजिए and then we can do the vertigo effect in the editing part. Now I'll show you how to edit these footages both on a phone and in Premiere Pro. First, let's learn how to edit the vertigo effect on a phone using KineMaster, and then we'll come back to Premiere Pro. Once you have your application open, just create a new project and import your footage. So right now my video looks something like this. जितना स्टेबल मैं अपने हाथों से कर सकता था उतना स्टेबल वीडियो मैंने निकाला है. You will want to trim it to the part you think it's the most stable. Now you tap on your video, you go to pan and zoom on the top right. Now you make your start position. जैसे कि अभी मैंने स्टार्ट पोजीशन अगर ये रखा है, देन मेरा एंड पोजीशन का फ्रेम भी ऑलमोस्ट वैसा ही होना चाहिए. माई स्टार्ट पोजीशन एंड एंड पोजीशन. आप जितना सिमिलर स्टार्ट और एंड पोजीशन बना सकते हो उतना सिमिलर बनाना है. So this is how my video looks after the pan and zoom effect. I know this was not the best example of a mobile vertigo effect, but you now know how to edit it on a phone. So now let's move on to Premiere Pro. The process of editing a vertigo effect on Premiere Pro is pretty similar. You open a new project, import your footage. Now because my footage was not shot on a gimbal, I will have to add the warp stabilizer to it. So I go to the effects panel, search warp. Warp stabilizer should pop up. Then you drag and drop on your footage. It will take a little while. It will analyze the background and stabilize your footage. This is the raw footage from my actual reel. And this is what it looked like after color grading and stabilizing. Now because I was zooming out the lens while shooting the video, I don't have to do anything about the scale here. If you haven't zoomed out the lens while shooting, you have to go to your video, go to the start position, select a scale, then turn on your keyframe timer, go to the last frame and scale it off again so that your subject remains of the same scale. Now after stabilizing, the footage looks something like this. So that's how I edited the vertigo effect. Now moving on to the second transition. Once I had the viewer's attention, I knew I had to make the second transition count. Transition देख के ये तो काफ़ी clear होगा that it is a combination of two videos. Both of these videos are edited using exactly the same technique and it's a simple jump cut between the two videos on the drop. Now I'll show you how I shot these videos and how they got edited. Shooting this transition is relatively easier because all the magic of this transition happens during editing. You just have have to get your subject to spin the needle. You as the cameraman need to focus on the dial and just make your subject spin the dial uniformly. Now once you have your video ready, let's learn how to edit this footage. Your raw footage will look something like this with just your subject spinning the dial. If I show you the raw footage from my actual reel, this is how it looks like. You can see it just has my friend spinning the dial, and once you've edited it, it should look something like this. Okay, so to start editing, import your video into Premiere Pro, select the video and open the effects control panel. Here click on the left arrow button besides motion control. Now use the scale tab to enlarge your video and make the subject wide enough. Now we'll go through my footage and see where the dial starts moving. So it starts moving somewhere here. So we'll trim the footage. Okay, so now you have your subject in the center of the frame and you want to start rotating your frame with the needle. One very important thing that you'll want to do is click on anchor point and bring this target marker on the center of your dial, so that now when you use the rotation tab to rotate your footage, it will rotate about this point and it will make your job much easier. Now I want that my minute hand should always be pointing at the bottom, so I'll wait till the minute hand reaches the bottom, and from here I'll start rotating the frame. So now you have to click on the toggle animation button to start adding keyframes. Keyframing is basically telling your editor what the video needs to look like at that point of time. So we're adding keyframes to rotation, so it will tell the editor कि ये moment पे मेरा video इतना rotated होना चाहिए. So now one keyframe has been added. Here we go 4 frames ahead. You can see that the hour hand is now not pointing at the bottom. So we'll increase the rotation to make it point at the bottom again. Then we'll go 4 frames ahead. Now you can see that my dial is moving away from the center. So one trick that I use to give myself a reference is I press T to get the text tool, add a dot on top of my video, and I place this dot exactly where my dial center is supposed to be. So now that my text is on the center of the dial, I have a reference for myself. I'll keyframe my video's position so that we can position the clock always in the center. So now because it is moving away, so I'll keyframe it to be on the center again. And my dial is still not pointing down, so I'll increase the rotation. Now because my dial has moved away because of the rotation, I'll use the position markers to bring it back to the center. Then I go 4 frames ahead. 4 frame ahead, and now you can see that my minute hand is going back on right. So we'll rotate the footage back so that it points downwards. Now the center has moved away, so I'll move it back to the center. So you keep adding keyframes to your video to always make the dial point downwards. So now that you've keyframed your video's rotation, it should look something like this. Now you'll notice that some parts of the video are rotating very quickly and some are rotating slowly. That's because मेरे से dial इतना uniformly घूम नहीं पाया. So what you can do to smoothen this out a little bit, you press the left arrow on the left side of the rotation tab and you'll see the graph of your rotation speed. You can either delete some keyframes to help smoothen the graph out, or you can use the velocity graph below to smoothen out the curve a little bit. Once you're done smoothing your rotation, you will have the effect you are looking for. For editing this footage on a mobile, I am not yet aware of any app that can keyframe rotation. If you know any editing app that can help keyframing rotation on a phone, then please comment down below so that I can pin your comment and others can refer to it. टायर वाले पार्ट के लिए भी एडिटिंग प्रोसेस एग्जैक्टली सेम रहेगा, बस वहाँ पे आपको वीडियो निकालते टाइम ये ध्यान रखना है कि आप टायर को अच्छे से फॉलो कर पाएँ. अगर आपको चाहिए कि आपके वीडियो में टायर के 2 से 3 रोटेशंस हों, तो आपको कोई जुगाड़ करना पड़ेगा कि आप टायर के साथ साथ हिल पाएँ. इंस्टाग्राम पे ऐसे काफ़ी क्रिएटर्स को मैंने देखा है जो ऐसे वीडियो शूट करने के लिए दिखाते हैं कि उनने अपना फ़ोन टायर को लगा दिया या ड्रिल पे लगा दिया या पूरा कैमरा ही घुमा दिया, बट आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड हाउ दे गेट परफेक्टली अलाइंड एंड स्टेबल फुटेज फ्रॉम दैट। और अगर नहीं मिल रहा है और वो फुटेज भी अल्टीमेटली आपको एडिट करनी ही पड़ रही है, तो फिर वाई नॉट जस्ट एडिट द रोटेशन ऑल्सो। एनीवे, for the third part you'll see that I've used a card and reused my shoe flashing footage। अगर वो आपको सीखनी है तो मेरे डिस्क्रिप्शन में जो लिंक है या ऊपर एक लिंक आ रही होगी, वो वाला वीडियो देख लीजिए। इट्स अबाउट माई फ्लैश एडिट्स एंड हाउ आई डू दैम। इट्स अ डिटेल्ड ट्यूटोरियल and I'm sure it will help you. So I think that's it for this video. If it motivated you or it helped you in some way, please consider subscribing, and until next time, peace.